Cassidy matchup, but if Zatai can maybe take it to Aluka, make him play passively, there's a chance that he just gets a stagnant lane.
We'll have to see here as the bans do come through for our second game. World Elite up a game here after taking the first in convincing fashion. IG made, again, a very interesting substitution here, moving Zatai in towards the top side of the map. But Vega, the first ban for World Elite, and IG responded with a nah.
Yeah, exactly right. Getting away Aluka's best champion by far, that nah. Played a very good Maokai game, but nah, it just is on a completely different level as far as tanks go.
And it's funny, when we saw Pokemon in the last game, we sort of thought, you know what, he doesn't play Cassidy, and that seems a bit weird given that they wanted to pick it. But Zatai, he's been a mid lane player for a long time. He definitely knows how to play Cass.
Yeah, he certainly does. Looks to get onto aggressive carries as much as he possibly can. So I'm not expecting a tank in the top lane. I'm expecting something crazy like a Hecarim or a Cassidy or something like that. But see Ari being taken away from Rookie again.
Yeah, so Ari is going to move away there as well. So that is the next pick there for World Elite. IG going to ban the Nidalee away from Spirit. Very smart adaptation.
Yeah, I like that. Means it shuts down the poke comp straight away because there's nothing that really performs the same way from the jungle that Nidalee does, enabling the mid-game poke comps.
Yeah, it really does. And Spirit played fantastically on it there in that one. Azir going to be the next ban here away from Rookie this time, although Ninja has had some plays on the champion as well. And IG have one more ban to give over. We'll see what they want to pick for their last champion.
Yeah, jungle pool relatively untouched except for that Nidalee pick up there. Still things like Lissandra are open, so potential for a mage to be taken in the top lane as well. And I think World Elite need to be careful here because they've put a lot of focus on Rookie, but they left a lot of things open and he went with the Jason. They were able to hold him down with some good ganks from Spirit. Maybe they've overcommitted into this mid lane.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see. Actually, never mind. It is Lissandra as the last ban there as well. But Spirit, as always, is a big force for this team, and he's going to get his pick of junglers if he wants them.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's played a lot of Rek'Sai, you have to say, and he does like to get in there. Jarvan's the other one that he's played, once again, a very big amount of games on. So they're the two junglers that he does look to go towards, and wouldn't be surprised if they ignored it just because of the fact that if they're both up, you don't really have to commit, although he does.
Yeah, it does pick the Rek'Sai there instead. And the interesting thing here is that Cassidy was available, but World Elite don't really have a Cassidy player from what we've seen. So IG, if they do want to take it here, have the option to just pick it up. And right now, hovering through some pretty interesting champions.
Yeah, they certainly are. I wouldn't be surprised if Cacau's Jarvan was what would be locked in. He is the next best jungler left up, maybe along with Lee Sin. But I would be very surprised to see a top lane Ola.
Yeah, again, plenty of jungle picks available. The pool was untouched apart from Nidalee, like you noted. So IG have a lot of time to take some picks here. Looks like they're going to slow things down. I'm going to stop talking for 5 seconds. Never mind. Jana Hecarim, IG going off.
Yeah, they certainly are. And it looks like Cacau's picked that one up, but wouldn't be surprised if that's a little bit of a mind game. To me, it just suits Zatai's playstyle a lot, being able to dive in and disrupt a team fight. But Cacau swapped over to the Ghost, probably going into the jungle.
Yeah, quite probably, but I mean, it is a flex pick here, weirdly enough, for Invictus Gaming. I mean, we have very flexible players like Zatai and Rookie. That's what's so exciting about these two solo landers, is that you mentioned the pool for Zatai is more like an ocean. Rookie's got a very deep champion pool as well.
Yeah, he certainly does, and Rookie kind of plays everything to a really high standard, and then there's just a couple of things that he pushes him over the edge, like the Yasuo patch, just shades of Rookie coming back, absolutely dominating on that champion. And I think that his TF, another one of those champions that is just up there, regardless of patch, plays it very well. But then he's got everything below it, the Ari, the Azir now, that he does really do well on. So wouldn't be surprised if he had something that he was comfortable to take in the top lane. Something like that Cassidy, depending on the matchup, might even wait till last pick it.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. IG will have the last counter pick, like you mentioned, but Thresh and Corki, the picks there for World Elite, going to keep very solid and safe. They're both SDYZ with the last game, and UJ just historically have had very strong games on these champions.
Yeah, they certainly have. So I like where this is going. Ezreal versus Corki is a fun matchup to watch in that bottom lane. I like the fact that they've taken it away from Ninja because it denies the double Trinity Force Spike, and it looks like it will be Cacau picking up the Lee Sin and the Hecarim going into the top lane.
Well, again, these are all flex picks for IG potentially, because Zatai can pretty much play anything, and Rookie's not far off there as well, so plenty of options here. I like the Ezreal pickup especially. Kid has actually said that in interviews he does like this matchup, Corki into Ezreal, or Ezreal into Corki for his case, so he's definitely comfortable there. And World Elite have to consider their last few picks here, and we might be wrong about the cast, and they're at least considering it.
Yeah, they certainly are looking at it. It means that that will be a mid lane cast, and I don't think they'll make the same mistake of giving their tank lane player a Cassidy in the top lane. So it looks like Aluka will settle for that Scion, and Ninja will pick up the Cassidy.
Yeah, and Aluka has one of his best performing champions in recent memory has been that Scion, so I do like that he's picking it up here. Big, tanky, very consistent laner there for him. And Ninja, we talked about him having to step up for a carry. He's got a big carry champion now on Kassadin.
Yeah, he certainly does. The team looks like it's got a lot of CC, maybe lacks a little bit of damage, but wow, the Fizz hover coming through, and just look at all the teleports on the side of IG as well. This is going to be insane. I feel like this game will escalate rather quickly, Pastry
And this is what I thought we might see. They haven't picked in yet, but remember, IG don't have one. They have two exceptional Fizz players.
Yeah, they certainly do as well. So coming across here, it will be... Because Fizz is very good against tanky top laners as well. So you can't... Hecarim counters Kassadin in the mid lane. Wouldn't be surprised to see it go there, but I can't wait to see how they line this one up, where players go on the map as well. This is just going to be crazy.
Okay, so it seems like we are going to settle. We'll give them a little bit more time to swap around as well. IG are actually entertaining us with some pretty interesting summon, I suppose, but I imagine we'll have some changes here as we move in. But World Elite, we can look at that comp, very solid.
Yeah, it certainly is a solid composition. As I said, the only thing I worry about is, does it lack damage? Because it has a lot of the burst damage in Teamfight, the Phosphorus Bomb that will come out, as well as the combo that comes from Kassadin. But will they be able to, after that point, consistently push through? Because Sion, unless he gets very far ahead, he just becomes a CC bot, really doesn't do that much damage in the late game. So is interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll have to see a Kakao. He tricked me, by the way. He had Ignite Teleport for the longest time and still switching to Flash Smite. So it is going to be in the jungle here for this one. Ignite Teleport is available for Zatai, though, so going to use that very offensive Sound Spell combination we've started seeing more of. This is the big matchup for me. Rookie got a counter pick here. I'm not too sure about the matchup, but Ninja has to step up on Kassadin.
Yeah, well, the thing about this matchup is you can dodge the Q very easily with your E and go extremely aggressive. The other thing is, it's very easy to guess Kassadin when he is going to Rift Walk, so the fish is surprisingly easy to land onto Kassadin, and because it follows him, just is brutal in the slow.
Yeah, we'll have to see there as well. But Invictus Gaming, they've made some interesting choices, made some even interesting substitutions in this game as well. On World Elite, they've already had one big win. They've got a very good combi to try and take game 2, and we're going to have to see what they can get done.
Yeah, exactly right. And I feel like the start of this game will dictate it all. If the Sion can get ahead, World Elite are in a very good position, but this pony might go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Zatai is back in the top lane this time around. He is an aggressive player. He can do anything, let's be real. And we are going to get into game 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Zatai is back for Invictus Gaming. Their spirit lives on here. One of the most aggressive players to ever grace the LPL is finally back where he kind of belongs, in the top lane.
Yeah, exactly right. I can imagine a happy color caster somewhere overseas, smiling at Zatai, running around on a very majestic horse, and an early invade coming through for IG, looking to get some deep wards, making sure that the lane swap doesn't go through. Sion's so good in lane swaps. Hecarim, not so much.
No, not. We do have a quick pause here to start this game. And again, we mentioned that, we've got changes coming through here. Hecarim is coming in now as well. You talked about the level 1 invade. One of the interesting things when we looked at this roster was who gets the shot call. Because we knew that we were going to have Kakao Zatai on the team at one point. Kakao recently has been doing a lot of that work, you have to think, with Rookie. But Zatai is back here, so we might see a lot more diving.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of conflicting shot calling as well, because we mentioned that IG, they look a little bit of a hybrid team, very controlled with some aggression in there, but Zatai doesn't know what control is. He just, as I said, he looks to eke every advantage, even when sometimes they're not there. So look for very forward motion coming out of Zatai, and I guess now it's up to Kakao and Rookie to be able to follow through on that.
I mean, thankfully they picked him a pretty good champion as far as being aggressive and making plays here, and that's what Zatai brings to any team. He's so aggressive, and he loves to get in there and really initiate and make plays. So it's a good spot to pick him in. I like that they're bringing him in against Aluka especially.
Yeah, that's what I said. I really like that matchup, actually, because Aluka can't try and nullify this lane. There's no way that Zatai will let him. So if he's able to get in there and really take it to Aluka, Aluka's got no choice but trying to go toe-to-toe because, as you said, Zatai, very forward motion player. There's just... it's not going to work that way.
Yeah, and for me, we've started to see ID change identities, coming into a much more controlled, almost Korean team with a bit of Chinese flair, like you mentioned, when Kakao and Rookie are playing primarily. But this is a whole new angle, and if ID can successfully bring all of this to their squad, they will be an unbelievably difficult team to prepare against.
Yeah, you just won't be able to get a read on them because, as you said, it is such a mix-up. Adding a third threat to this lineup, they're always going to have that consistent bottom lane, but the top half of the map really does get changed up by this roster swap.
Yeah, I mean, gets turned on its head, basically, and they still have Save on the bench there as well if they want to bring him in for even more hard carry potential there from that top side. So, lots of options here. Waterley are trying very hard to get this lane swap, and Aluka, I think they might have sniffed it out.
Yeah, they certainly look like they have been able to get it, so that will be Hecarim heading into a 2v1. A lot of wards were expended on the top side of the map by World Elite to make sure they got this, and Kid and Kitty's following their minion wave in. They're going into the bottom lane.
Yep, so we are going to have the lane swaps made up here. Zatai's going to have to go in 2v1, and if there's one place you don't want to put a player like Zatai, it's out of his 1v1 matchup.
Yeah, it certainly is, because he might be a little bit out of his comfort zone, but more importantly, might not really understand the dynamics of it. Being new to the top lane does mean that it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, and we have Aluka, of course, getting executed there as well. Very standard stuff nowadays for the Silence. Pretty crazy the first time we saw it, but he's going to pick up his camp, get level 2, and then port into his lane.
Yeah, and once again, just going in there, using the Q to get it as quick as possible. We'll be able to just walk to the lane, you would expect, because it doesn't really have to use that teleport, and gets a very early level 2.
That's true. Looks like it's frozen up there as well, so he's just going to bide his time now. Sorry, in the bottom lane, still being frozen here by Kid, as we can see. So Aluka will just wander back calmly.
Yeah, so that shield actually is for a lot of health, even as a rank 1 spell. So Cyan, as I said, very good, has fantastic wave clear, so able to farm from a distance. Just has a lot of good tools in a 2v1, so I think that they really have one out on this one, have World Elite. IG now have to be able to play to it. Yeah,
and we do have Hecarim. Looks like double jungling so far with Cacao as well. Sticking together, so Zatai's going to get some experience here and maybe some CS as well, as he does help Cacao clear out the jungle, but he's going to have to stick here for a long time as the top lane slowly unfreezes.
Yeah, he certainly is. The only thing I can really think that they might be able to do is go for a 4-man dive and then transition it into a dragon, because I don't really understand how Hecarim and Lee Sin break a freeze like against a Corki. So much early game damage, so much mixed damage coming through. Will really put some pressure here.
Yeah, and sort of the other thing that happens in a lot of these 1v2 or 2v1 situations is we isolate the mid lane here. So Rookie is going to actually 1v1 Ninja, and I was curious about it in the draft. How does this matchup go for you, Spawn?
Yeah, I actually think that Fizz wins out on this one pretty hard. I think that Cassinan has to choose between pushing the wave back against Fizz, who has a very good auto attack modifier, probably the most underrated part of the Fizz kit in general, actually, and really does allow him to stand toe-to-toe with a lot of Cassinan's strengths.
Yeah, Spirit, they're going to come in. Rookie level 4 here, pressuring Ninja, but Spirit's going to look in for a gang. Rookie does get slowed there. Goody there by Ninja, but does play full Trickster out, doesn't need to use any summoner spells.
Yeah, but what it has done is it's frozen the wave in an absolute shocking spot, and he's come in again.
Yeah, Spirit actually going to continue pressuring here, and Rookie going to back off once again, but Ninja, again, just going to keep the wave here and keep his farm up.
Yeah, and actually they've been able to break the freeze. Somehow Zatai got a favorable trade against the Corki, and he's been able to go into that lane and really shove it hard. Cacao's going to join him now, and that's completely back in Zatai's favor.
Yeah, I mean, only Zatai knows how that happened here, but again, the player, like you mentioned, loves to get edges in his lanes. Even in a 1v2, he will do his best to try and break it up, and he has done now. So both of these top laners actually starting to farm up, and Zatai is catching up to Aluka, who's been in the bottom lane for quite a while now.
Yeah, he certainly has, and Aluka, I guess, did have a little bit of a joining of the support down there, so he got starved of a little bit more experience. He is level 4 here, which is higher level. No, he's equal with Zatai, actually, so yeah, completely equalized.
Yeah, Zatai's done some work here, and Kitty's with some great harass there down the bottom on the Janna. Again, Zatai will have to play back. STYZ and UJ will try and re-get the freeze as best they can here, and Ninja and Rookie in the middle lane here, just going blow for blow. Ninja actually up quite healthily on CS right now.
Yeah, he certainly is. That's a big wave pushing in for Rookie, and I think that Rookie will, I guess, be able to use that Sheen to really get ahead in this lane. But so far, Ninja's look fantastic.
Yeah, Luca getting pressured there as well. And you're right, we talked about Ninja needing to step up here. He's got a big carry champion now on the cast, and I believe it's the first time he's played it in this LPL split as well. So if he's going to make it big here after a big win for World Elite in Game 1, it's going to be now. But Cacao is starting the Dragon.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's got the double shields that come through, so if they rotate through the Lee Sin shield as well as the Kitty shield and juggle some damage, won't take much at all, and they're even pulling the AD carry across. So this is a fantastic early Dragon. They were completely starved off that objective last time around, and much better initiative shown from Cacao.
Yeah, fantastic rotation. They're going to secure it. Their Spirit will come in to look for the bad news and does get it as he pops the ward over. So they'll have a very good timer there with World Elite, but they do lose out in that early Dragon. And you talked about it already. That lane swap not helping them there.
Yeah, it certainly looked like they had a better team for the lane swap, but IG, credit to them. They've played the lane swap much better. I think that pulling the jungler to the mid lane and putting 2 ganks in on Rookie in what was a lane that Ninja was already doing okay in did end up being a bad decision because it's cost them a lot of map pressure elsewhere.
Yeah, it really has. And as you mentioned, Ninja looking good. There is a Luca down the bottom now. Just going to keep farming up. Has managed to kind of break the freeze there. Get out from under the lane while John has actually left now. Kitty's actually rotating in towards the top side now to maybe even help out Zatai. Keep that tower in the top lane healthy.
Yeah, so Zatai able to, I guess, pick up the Golem experience here, which is good. The Krug's going to help him out. He will have to recall after it, though. Took a lot of damage and probably doesn't want to go back into a Corki lane. Corki just has so much surprising damage. You really don't expect it when you go up against a Corki that has been given solo experience, because all of the abilities just do so much early.
You eat one hook and it just all goes wrong there in that lane, as Kitty's actually also has to be careful, maybe getting caught out. Rek'Sai's actually in the area. Wards are going down, but UJ going to clean them out here, and that good pink ward very aggressively placed. ID just can't go anywhere near the brush to clear it.
Yeah, exactly right. So looks like they've got 3 members up there really trying to pressure Zatai. We mentioned that it's so important if you are playing against someone that's not used to playing top lane. Put them in a lane swap, continue to camp them, really make them uncomfortable because it is a different position. Top lane is such a long lane, and with the way the brushes are, it's got the 3 brushes, and it's just much different to play in.
Yeah, Spirit tries to pressure Cacao here actually at the red buff, but Cacao does meet him at it. UJ going to rotate in now as well, but Kitties is already here for some support. The mid laners are also pulling off, so you can see a pretty epic skirmisher around the red side. Ninja level 7 does have his ulti here. Rookie can help Cacao and clear some of the little minions there, maybe just to clear skill shot space.
Yeah, Rookie's actually got an item advantage here because of Catalyst, no combat stats. Very good for laning, but against a Fiendish Codec, which is going to just add a lot more early game power. Probably is a little bit stronger on Fizz, but it looks like they might have given this one up.
The Tide's level 6 as well, so that's a really weird giveaway, but World Elite do steal the red buff.
Yeah, so I agree. That's bizarre that it's come to that point. Maybe recognizing that the teleport was in the bottom lane, so it could turn into a 5v4 with how much control they had, is the only thing I can really think of. And Ezreal a little bit low on mana, so wouldn't have been able to chunk the Sion out before it could arrive. So maybe overall good call for IG to let that one go. Maybe Cacao responds by going into the bottom side of the jungle and trying to pick up the red buff in return.
Yeah, at least a safe play there, as Kid actually going to move his way into the top lane now. Got his mana Muno ready to go, and we're going to have another game where lots of tiers are charging.
Yeah, it certainly does look that way, as Cacao actually chunks out STYZ in the top lane. So Cacao having a little bit of a better time, and it does look like Cacao and Rookie are going to join up and try and go for that invade onto the red.
Yeah, they're going to try and look for that buff, just like you mentioned. Even the ping's coming through there as well. STYZ in the meanwhile just keeping this lane back here, trying to continue to deny Zatai farm, but he does have a phage now on the Heck Room. He's actually rotating, and it seems like the swap's going to get reinitiated now by IG, as Rookie does just trade here with Ninja in the middle.
Yeah, so it looks like they're now trading, and this is bad once again for IG because now their teleport is in the bottom lane, and they once again want to be able to invade on that red buff. So they're caught on the wrong side of the map one more time, and they slowly World Elite is starting to eke the advantage of this lane swap.
Yeah. And World Elite even swap back in now as well, so really good awareness. Kid actually gets chunked massively there by the Scion, and Kid actually has to Arcane shift away.
Yeah, so it looks like this Scion starting to do 20 CS advantage, has been able to pick up the makings of his Frozen Heart, which is just such an important first item for Scion. And coming through, it looks like he is starting to ramp up.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the Phaedra as well as the type probably going in for a Trinity Force here. And we've talked a lot about Hecarim builds recently, as Kid actually takes another big chunk of damage. But this is the greedier Hecarim build, the more carry-oriented. It takes time to build up, and Zatai is currently getting denied farm.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's like the Aurelia build, but it has much harder time farming than what Aurelia does, so I guess it is. Ooh.
Good fish there actually by Ninja. Rookie going to move into Zatai, dives in with the ulti, but Ninja gets on Zatai, going in under the turret, back to true form, but is going to go down. No, the last turret hit not there. The teleport coming in, there's one kill for Spirit, gonna make it two. The port coming in for Aluka just in case, and 2 quick kills for Rek'Sai.
Yeah, Zatai goes extremely aggressive, recognized he couldn't go into the bottom lane, but forces something mid lane, didn't pick it up, probably could have turned around and traded at least, but trusted. Ooh.
Cacao sniper that kill, does kill Ninja now, but gets knocked up, pulled back there by the threat. The ulti coming in, the turret shield there from Kitty's almost enough, but Spirit gets his 3rd kill. The turret going to go to World Elite as well.
Yeah, so that is huge for World Elite. Able to pick up absolutely everything they wanted out of that, and now a fed Rek'Sai with 3,000 gold to spend.
And I wonder what Spirit's going to do. He's got lots of choices. He's probably going to finish the Warrior. I wonder if he's going to get a luxury Sightstone here as well. Spirit, like he was in the first game, is dictating so much of the early pace.
Yeah, and we mentioned the fact that when he gets ahead, it's not really a greedy build anymore. Spirit does opt into a couple of things. He can pick up That is huge. He is an absolute monster now.
Yeah, Giant Spell and the Sightstone, so much early effective health here already. Spirit can look to dive with impunity if he wants to as well. And you best believe that World Elite are going to try and get this second dragon.
Yeah, they certainly are. And now so much pressure on Rookie one more time. He was just starting to get back ahead in that lane. Now he's lost his turret, and there is a Rek'Sai that's going to chase him for days. So he's in a position where he needs to play extremely careful, wave clear, look to roam around the map, because he certainly can't stand toe-to-toe.
And STYZ down the bottom as well, building in towards his Trinity Force. It's interesting that Kid has also gone for the Manamune because he's typically not gone blue build on Ezreal's actually gone straight Trinity Force, skipping the Manamune before as well. So I wonder where those 80 carries power spikes are going to match up this game.
Yeah, it does look like he is going for the Trinity Force after it this time. He's picked up another longsword, which probably suggests that he's going into a Phage. So more of the mid lane Ezreal build that we normally see, and it does give him a weird power spike. It completely correct. It dodges the second and third dragon. Well, normally the second dragon, which will be the third dragon in this case, because he won't be able to have the Trinity Force there at about the 18-minute mark.
We'll see how that pans out here. It's World Elite down the bottom. Dragon back alive. Spirit very intelligently hunting for a kill here on Rek'Sai, and UJ and Spirit going to move in. Kid has to be a bit careful. So does Kiddies actually, but not quite in hook range. Spirit does not have his flash. Good Tornado there. Going to keep them out, but that might be enough control to get them Dragon.
Yeah, potentially, but they even were able to hold the ultimate out of Kiddies there, which really is a disengaged cool. And it looks like IG, they're happy that they got the first dragon. Now they're looking to put pressure over the top side of the map.
Yeah, so Ty needs to get building in towards that Trinity Force. So they're going to go in. Aluka does move through, but Rookie going to find a fish. Beautifully played there. Now the Onslaught of Shadows come in. Aluka just ulties out, though. Immune to CC indeed.
Yeah, that target became unstoppable really quickly and was able to get out of there. They might not even be able to trade objectives because Dragon's going over and they walked away from the turret. Now they go back, so they will trade.
Yeah, great pressure there from World Elite. Going to get there first dragon there, I believe, after IG got the first one, but going to keep control over those objectives. Top tower looking to go down now as well. There's IG going to pick up their first, and Zatai will manage to last hit it, so good work there on the Hecarim.
Yeah, and he was able to get the wave to completely die, so now it's reset in the middle of the lane. He's stacked it up, so he can maybe even make it push. Doesn't look like he is. Looks like it's just shoving out.
Yeah, so Ninja going to do the same here in mid lane as well. Shove through there and get some damage done onto that tier 2 turret, and he's ready on this Kassadin. Got his Rod Evaders already finished and stacking up. Almost level 11 now as well. I mean, it was a quiet landing phase here, but he's done very well to get out of it in this position.
Yeah, he certainly has, and I guess that he got a lot of early help, whereas Rookie didn't. But once again, credit to the mid laner. They were able to put pressure on that red buff. Now they're stealing away a blue as well, and it looks like Rookie and Kakao really are being dictated to from Ninja and Spirit.
And that's very rare, I feel like, in IG games. Those are not words I expected to come out of your mouth today, Spawn.
Yeah, definitely not, especially when they're on such aggressive skirmishes like Lee Sin and Fizz. You would expect if they were going to take it to them with any duo, that's probably one of the ones that you would say is a very good winning. But yeah, they're having some problems here. Zatai also starting to struggle a little bit. He has caught up to within 10 CS, but once again, that was with a Rookie gank. So across the map, World Elite just have control.
And the thing about the top lane as well, Zatai's build is just so expensive.
Oh, it's ridiculous. He likes to go Trinity Force into either Frozen Heart or Randuin's and then get the Spirit Visage, which is just an absolute huge build. And then it tapers off a lot because if people pick up a lot of armor, it really gets rid of what exactly Kid and Zatai are trying to do, and you don't have the luxury of being able to pick up a Last Whisper.
And IG right now a bit behind here. World Elite 1,000 gold ahead. A dragon apiece for both these teams and equal in turrets as well. So very close at this point, but World Elite, you have to think, just kind of waiting for their next few items to come through, especially on the Corki, and Kassadin's going to power up as well.
Yeah, they're waiting for the Trinity Force Frozen Heart. As soon as they get that on the Scion as well as the Corki, they're going to be able to absolutely smash through mid-game team fights because Aluka is going to be impossible to kill, just brings so much CC, and if you're hitting him, it means you're not hitting this mid-game Corki, who has the potential to just go completely insane.
Yeah, we look at Spirit now as well. Going to continue jungling here. Spirit, of course, with the lead that he's gotten, spent his gold well, not selfishly at all. He's got quite a few good deep wards down in IG's jungle there as well, but just continuing to get stronger. Has finished the Warrior and Chan. Both the junglers now have Sightstones, and Rookie Merlinomicon here as well. I do like this. More of a team fight oriented Fizz build.
Yeah, I actually think that this is a better Fizz build. We saw Lichbane a little bit more coming out, but I think that getting the cooldown and then the cooldown boots on top of it just allows Fizz to, I guess, cycle through without his Zhonya's. It gets him a lot of cooldown reduction, means that his E, especially if Max, does a lot of work, and we have a little bit of a roam coming down. Will be spotted out by a pink ward.
Yeah, UJ actually just off screen did almost get a hook there on the Kid, but Spirit's down here spotted by a ward. Gonna tunnel in though through the wall. Kid has to be careful. A great tornado, but Ninja gonna dive in there as well. A great double slow, but not enough damage.
Yeah, it certainly isn't, and once again, Kitty's held his ultimate. There was absolutely no danger. Didn't use it early, and now Kakao in support, getting some wards down for his team.
Spirit, they're going to clear out wards now as well. Kakao actually throws the Q onto him, wants to maybe get aggressive, and Zatai is here in the top lane, does have his ulti ready to go, and Ignite back up as well. 2 parts of his Trinity Force done also, and actually almost finished here. So Zatai, a little late, but he's going to catch up.
Yeah, he certainly is. It'll be... He's got around 1,000 gold, so it will be about a 17, 18-minute Trinity Force that he's able to pick up. That's not too bad, all things considering. In fact, he will have it... Wow, that's 3,000 gold actually on STYZ. He's being extremely greedy with his second shot.
Well, he is too there, as Wardley have to start thinking about the third dragon in this game as well. There it is, 2,800 gold in STYZ's inventory. He's done with the Trinity Force. It's just a matter of what does he want next.
Yeah, I think he actually was sitting on Trinity Force BF sword, maybe, and really wanted to get that. So let's see what he goes back and picks up. No, it's actually the Sork boot, so able to get through there. And wow, picks up a smorgasbords of potions and even a pink ward. So once again, very ungreedy builds coming through for World Elite.
Yeah, it just signals one thing to me there. Third dragon, World Elite absolutely want to take it for their second as well. And Corki is very well set up with these 2 items to start contesting heavily for that objective.
Yeah, it certainly is. I guess the dangerous point of this is that all the majority of the gold lead sits on the jungle. It's a 1,000 gold lead for the jungler and only a 1,600 lead overall. The rest of it does sit between the, I guess, AD carries and the top laner. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy. Their lead isn't as big as they think because Kakao, Lee Sin adds so much innate pressure, doesn't even use items, really is all about that kick, and has been able to get tanky in his own respect. Only a Warden Mail behind, so will be able to do his job. So World Elite need to be careful here. Yes, they're in the lead, but it's a little bit skewed. Yeah,
and this tends to happen a lot with World Elite games, at least recently, where they are capable of getting leads, but they're often very thin. They're not a massive snowballing team. They pulled it out in the last game very efficiently towards the late game, and it's that same sort of execution we're looking to World Elite for again.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think that what they're trying to do is draw as much pressure onto a Luca as possible. As well, gets absolutely chunked out in the bottom lane. This Kid has to use the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, does clear out a couple more creeps, but STYZ with the Trinity Force now going to start clearing things out, and Kid doesn't quite have his Trinity Force done yet. Here is a Luca back in the top lane. He is just so happy. Double Ruby Crystal, Ninja Tabe, and the finished Frozen Heart.
Yeah, exactly right. Might even be going... He'll be going for some magic resistant, but wouldn't be surprised if he did go for a Warmog's armor here, just to augment all that armor that comes on top of the Ninja Tabe as well as the Frozen Heart. Does need health at some point to really turn into that mid-game terror. And what they're trying to do is they're letting Aluka overextend. They're continually trying to draw pressure up there, hoping that once again, Rookie or Kakao responds, uses the ultimate to get away, and then they pick up a free objective on the bottom side of the map. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Very smart move here by IG to group up, but they need the Trinity Force to come out of Ezreal. Otherwise, they can't hope to fight.
Big chunk there out onto Jana, and they're actually going to contest for this blue buff. Dragon is back here. UJ throws a hook, but doesn't quite land it, and World Elite are very aggressively forcing. Rookie goes in for the flash fish, but can't find it. Teleports now coming in as well, and Ninja going to get blown back. There's a tie. Ulti's back in, but he actually has to get out there. Teleported a little too deep. Now Ninja going to dive back in. Chunking coming out there. Now Aluka going to run in as well. Kakao trying to disengage, but there's so much damage coming in, and they will get the blue buff. Amazingly, no kills yet.
Yeah, no one died until then. But that was just very much overextension from Zatai, and Kakao looking for a very weird flank in the end. And World Elite, credit to them. They got their tank in the position they needed. There was no way Zatai was going to be able to tank up all those members with only a Trinity Force, and they're able to pick up a second Dragon.
I mean, second Dragon goes to them, and such a long team fight around that blue. That really benefited Ninja's Kassadin, who got the only kill in that skirmish.
Yeah, it certainly did, and no one wanted to hit him because at this point in the game, Kassadin is freakishly tanky. We mentioned it. He's nearly got the same build path as what Maokai would have. He's got all that armor from the arm guard, And then he's got all of the health and scaling out of the roller and really is more of a bruiser mage with the shield that comes through from his Q at this point in the game.
Yeah, Corky going to get a turret there as well for World Elite. So bottom turret does go down there. 3 for 1 now in turrets. All of the outer turrets down now for IG. Ninja going to work on his next item. Actually has a blasting one there accompanying the arm guard. So couldn't quite afford the need to see large rod. Just going to go for cost-efficient AP right now.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that's the way. And all of a sudden, that 1,000 gold lead we were talking about, out to 3,000. So they're definitely in a commanding position now, World Elite. They have a team that scales very well with levels, so the more they can get ahead in that regard, the better off they will be. But still have to worry late game whether they have the damage output to deal with what IG will bring to the table. I think, once again, they're playing this game fantastically, don't get me wrong, but they have limited themselves with a bit of a timer.
Now we can see as well, Kids actually picked up some nice items there, charging through the mana Munes, about almost 600 mana through the 750 required for the transformation. Did get his Trinity Force finish there as well, but that was before the skirmish around the Dragon. And STYZ, no slouch in the damage department, now has BF Sword, Sork Shoes, and the Trinity Force.
Yeah, he certainly is in a fantastic position at this moment, STYZ, and you saw the amount of AoE damage he was able to do last team fight. Kid is kicking himself. If he had have had that Trinity Force minutes earlier, he would have been able to impact the team fight so much more than what he was able to bring in. Now that he's finished it, it's just a little bit too late because that BF sword and the Sork boots are just going to put out so much poke damage.
Yeah, those last few purchases just in general here. I mean, we've got a Glacial Shroud now onto Zatara. We've got a Giant's Belt even for Cacao. Just some flat AP there for Rookie for the need to see large rod. All these little things really add up in these close fights here. And World Elite, instead of, keeping the 1,000 gold lead and maybe just getting themselves another dragon, instead get some kills, grow their lead, and get the dragon they wanted.
Yeah, and it really surprised me that they were willing to fight over that blue buff with such a losing composition at that point in the game. They understood that they were behind on items, but still were willing to pull the trigger, and it just has really come back to bite them.
Yeah, and STYC's rockets are doing insane damage. I love that Spirit was zoning Kid there as well. And World Elite have decent siege. They're quite short range, but even Kassadin Thresh is a decent poke combination under turret.
Yeah, it certainly is. Being able to throw Kassadin in there and then Lantern him back out is always one of those fun combos to watch. I guess they also have surprising dive presence as well coming out of a Scion at this point in the game, able to get in there and mix it up. And I think that, yeah, they're in a very good position to siege, although they've got a flank from Zatai.
Yeah, here comes Zatai in a roam, but just gets Ninja back there who riff walks out. The fish does not land there on a Luca. Susieing everyone out. Yuja's getting zoned out by Cacao, but Ninja gonna jump on him instead. Kid though, gonna jump in onto STYC. A good double knock up there, but a great ulti finally comes in there. STYC not dead yet, does kill Hecarim. 2 kills for 0 there for World Elite.
Yeah, and wow, STYZ lived on no health whatsoever. Single digits, and look how low Kassadin is. They once again just win a team fight. Much better positioning that time from Zatai, but still not enough.
No, and not enough there. 6-1 now for World Elite. Still pushing in. That gold lead, what, 3,500 before 5,000 gold ahead now. And starting to pick things up. And World Elite, again, they do not look sloppy at this point. This is the part of the game where we'd see the old World Elite and say, we're not sure. They don't seem that good at closing out games, but they have tightened everything up today.
Yeah, they certainly have. Even the collapse that came through in the end onto Zatai, so he wasn't able to get that last auto attack off onto STYZ, just shows how much more crisp their play is this time around. And yeah, completely changed team. Middle of the split, everything's been turned on its head.
I mean, that's sort of what we expect, I guess, halfway through the split. And World Elite really trying to stick it to IG in this rematch. It was 2-0 last time for IG. World Elite have the chance to turn that around and make it 2-0 for themselves.
Yeah, they certainly do. And the polarizing figure here is Rookie. He showed up so big at the start of the season, had nothing but praise for him. Bit of a lackluster Jace game, and now struggling hard on what was a counter pick for him, taking that Fizz into the Kassadin matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his on, is almost online though, so Rookie is getting towards some pretty strong item timings, but Ninja's been doing so well in this Kassadin, almost 1,600 gold done, the fully stacked Rod of Ages. Ninja was set up to carry, and he's living up to it this game.
Yeah, he certainly is, and once again, forcing them off their blue buff. Rookie has had absolutely nothing, and Spirit has bullied him around the entirety of the game, really teaming up with his mid laner and making sure they're the ones dictating the flow.
Yeah, doing their best Kakao rookie impersonation, you have to say, in Spirit. It's a subtle thing here on a global jungler like Rek'Sai, but the amount of pressure he has implied this game is unbelievable.
Yeah, it certainly is. And once again, he was the person that got the first 2 ganks off that just relieved pressure, putting it towards mid lane. In the end, got the Kassadin ahead, maybe made the other lanes suffer a little bit further, but Aluka and STYZ, to their credit, have been able to eke out gold advantages on their own. So really big props to the jungler, understanding what IG's win conditions are, and then countering that.
Yeah, just such strong player, and it's parlayed into some great advantages for these carries. We've got Nidus's Ladra done now for Ninja, so he can go either Rabadons or the Zhonya's. He has good choices now, and of course the blasting one will be a Void Stuff if he does go the Zhonya's route instead. STYZ done with his Bloodthirster, sorry, excuse me. So transform that up and got a big 2-item power spike. Both Kid and Rookie not doing too badly. Zatai also leveling up here, but Aluk is getting tankier. The World Elite carries just everything a little bit better for them.
Yeah, exactly right. They're just a little bit ahead, and that's what a 5,000 gold lead is. 1,000 gold on every member will just give you that slight edge. And that's what wins game in the end, just being able to dictate exactly what's going on. And you see, there's no teleport in the top lane for IG. They use Spirit to push out that wave, get up there. They're going to be able to pick up another dragon for themselves.
Yeah, Kids in the top lane along with Kakao. Invictus Gaming have no business, or want no business at all, contesting this dragon. So World Elite going to get their third very swiftly. And the rotational play from World Elite, how they've played as a team, the carries that they've supported, everything so far today has been fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it certainly has. And the only way IG win this game now is if it goes so ridiculously late. I mean 6 item versus 6 item, where maybe WE struggle to get damage output enough to take out Zatai and Kakao, but otherwise they're in such a good position at this point to win the game.
Yeah, Ninja going to get another blue buff here as well. The gold lead's still creeping up now as well. About 6,000 gold ahead for World Elite. So it seems to be slow but steady for them, but they're winning games carefully and safely and making sure they don't make mistakes along the way, which we have seen from them in the past.
Yeah, and the gold lead is still going up, now out to 6,000 gold, nearly outright. And Kakao, he's been stuck on sweeping out wards, hasn't even been able to really get a good flank kick in. And you have to say credit to, once again, the World Elite lineup for being able to control the map, control vision, use this the tunnel network to rotate Rek'Sai around the map. And this is a little bit better when they allow, I guess, the Rek'Sai to be the one doing the split pushing, as opposed to something like a Riven or a carry and put the farm onto Spirit.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen again. Started seeing a bit more from Spirit, at least in the early stages. He was, you know, a little too much pressure he put on himself, but Rek'Sai especially seems to be the jungler where he's really flourishes on.
Yeah, and Rek'Sai is able to join fights, whereas he was forced to make bad decisions on the Riven if he was the one split pushing. So I do really like the fact that he is keeping more control over his champion, not going these super aggressive builds. You can see he's gone pure tank here with even the sight stone, so really is playing to his strengths, and a good 1-3-1 split coming through here.
Aluka not doing too bad on the damage front either. We talk about Sion being kind of low damage. He at least does decent damage with the W, which I believe does max health damage.
Yeah, it certainly does. So that is, the, I guess, one calling card that comes through, but when we see Sion really get going, it is through that passive and being able to affect the end of team fights extremely well. But all the CC can't be underestimated, and the base damages are so high on his spells.
Yeah, they're massive here, and we sometimes call Sion a CC, but as Ninja dives in, look at the poke on the Kitties. Almost gets taken. A Rookie, though. Actually, sorry, STYZ gets kicked back by Kakao. Now Zatai going to dive in the back as well, but everyone going to peel off for the carry. Rookie does get the kill with the fish, but Zatai is going to go down. Noah Luca in amongst the Rookie. Pops his on his Ninja. Can he get back in there? Rookie doing decent damage, but Kakao, sorry, is going to get low here. Ninja finally pops his Zhonya's, but Kitties does reset with the ulti. Ninja gets the kill into Kakao, though. Kitties is low, but Thresh is going to go down here, and Ninja doesn't have that much left. That Reflex costs so much mana, but now Rookie going to get turned around. The double kill there comes in for Kassadin and Kid. Going to try and get the kill, but a great knock up there for Spirit. Ninja just has to keep kiting, and Spirit gets the kill.
Yeah, and an overcommitment into all that CC that we talk about. The maximum charged up Q coming through from Aluka. All the burst damage coming through as well from Ninja, and what a great turnaround fight. It looked like IG had finally got one, but weren't able to pick it up.
I mean, a great start there by Kakao. One of his legendary flash kicks to try and kill STYZ, but Waterleet again peeled fantastically for him. Yes, he died, but he outputted decent damage. IG threw everything in the kitchen sink at him to kill it. Did eventually get it, but Ninja was just too strong.
Yeah, and really watch for the collapse here. Great flash kick, as you mentioned. The fish missed, which is a big thing, but look at all of the peel that came through to deal with Zatai. He got taken out once again so early. Rookie did dive with him. Kakao wasn't able to because he'd already expended so much. And from here, it looks like it's going to be IG's fight because look how healthy Kid is. He's just sitting there getting as many free attacks as he wants to, but they chase a little bit too far. Right now, they've won the team fight. They can look to pressure the mid lane, but they chase into all of the CC. Kid even goes over-aggressive one more time, flashing, not recognizing that the cooldowns were still available for that Kassadin, and they, in the end, throw away the team fight.
Yeah, I like that Aluka flashed there, and so did Ninja. I think Aluka was even trying to body block some Mystic shots by flashing in, so really aware, strong team fighting there for World Elite, and again, they've just looked so on form today. It has been a day of upsets, and this might be our 6th one in a row.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. 7,000, 8,000 gold now, the lead, and a Thornmail coming through from Aluka. He's absolutely immovable at this point in the game, and you compare him to what Zatai's been able to do, and Sion has just been so much more impactful throughout these fights.
Yeah, I mean, just a bigger tank, sponges more damage, and just locks up the rest of IG so much here. The last fight there as well, IG chased through a pink ward, and Aluka was able just to pop in with that Q and get the last few knockups that won them the last stages. So Wadley have so much going for them here, and 8,000 gold ahead now.
Yeah, exactly right. They're in a position as well where they've swept out all the wards, so more important than the gold lead is the control lead they have over every aspect of the map. We'll just be able to pressure down the next dragon, maybe even rotate that into a Baron. And Zatai, he's been looking to continue to split push and get his farm up, but it's just been matched at every point by a member of WE.
Yeah, and Spirit, like you mentioned earlier, the perfect person to bring into these side lanes. Jules fairly well, is very tanky here and can always be back in the fight with the ulti.
Yeah, exactly right. 4-0 on 4, and he's actually 2,000 gold ahead of the top laner. So that's why we saw Zatai run away with all of that early farm that he was able to pick up, with the fact that he's continued to split push. It just has put him in a fantastic position. And
Ninja now with 3 items on the cast, and he is not afraid of anything.
Yeah, exactly right. They weren't able to get in there because of how low the cooldown is on that Fizz is E with the Lucidity boots as well as the Morella Nomicon coming through. Will now look to pick up that Lich Bane to get the high burst potential out of his combo. Has all of the AP that he wants, but hasn't been a great game for Rookie. 2-3-0, not able to get in there and, I guess, affect the scoreboard the way he normally does.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Spirit, no, I thought he stole another blue buff there, but unfortunately has not. But we mentioned it already, Rookie's really been starved of resources this game. I mean, he's kept up at DS, but he hasn't got many kills, no assists at 2-3-0 here, and keeps getting his blue buff taken away.
Yeah, exactly right. And right now, IG need to look to trade objectives. So Dragon's coming up. What can they get over the other side of the map? Can they get a Baron? Can they get a mid lane turret? And it doesn't look like they can get anything. In the end, STYZ just going to solo out Dragon, and IG is starved for choices.
So smart by World Elite to know that the Baron was there. You talked about the vision they have. Incredible vision that they're able to get STYZ at this point in the game. An easy solo of the Dragon. Kakao might have been caught, but World Elite, they can go in if they want. Spirit's even ulted in.
Yeah, and looking to get behind. What a great ultimate.
They're going to go in onto Kid. Ninja going to dive in onto Rookie, who does the out, but Spirit's going to turn it forward to Ty. Going to dive in the back, but STYZ still ditching out some damage. Ninja just destroying Rookie in the backline. The fish does land near, but it doesn't quite hit Aluka, and STYZ going to go in now. Ninja really wants a Rookie. Is still alive somehow on the fist, but he's going to go down. Finally gets the kill under Kassadin, but STYZ going to kite back. The Ty will go down as well, and World Elite protect their Corky.
Yeah, a 2-2 in the end, though, and that was all on Rookie. What a fantastic outplay. Kept himself alive, used the brushes, and then the last moment output as much damage as possible. That's what we were looking to see, and IG showing signs of life.
Yeah, Kakao finally steals away a blue buff out of World Elite's jungle as well, and UJ and Aluka can't do too much as far as defenses go. STYZ can move into other lanes. He's actually going to go into the bottom side, top side now, sorry, and last steal it up. Has to be a bit careful of Kakao, but he's already abandoned the push.
Yeah, he certainly has. STYZ is very strong at this point. 313, has 330 CS and is doing a fantastic job. In the middle lane, Aluka 2v1ing.
Yeah, comfortably keeping the middle turret alive there as well. Aluka showing up on this Scion today.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's a very polarizing pick, Scion. He either does terrifically or horribly, you feel, every game he appears in, and this definitely has been one of the better ones. Now even picking up a pickaxe, so not looking to become irrelevant, recognizing that he needs to be a damage threat, maybe going for a Hydra.
I mean, that would be an awesome build here from Aluka. He's already pretty tanky, knows that he's not getting killed particularly easily at this stage of the game, so why not go for a bit of extra damage here? Love that choice there coming through as well. As we look through some more of the items as well, blasting one done for Ninja, so a Rabadon's likely on the way after his first 3 items, and a spare BF sword for STYZ. The big Corky is coming through.
Yeah, and you think that would be a Mercurial Scimitar at this point, just because Rookie is the threat to STYZ. Would be very surprised if it is the over-aggressive Infinity Edge, because he is outputting a lot of damage already and does need to keep himself safe. It's a persistent damage out of Kassadin and Corky that will win them these fights. They don't really need to go for the burst damage, I feel. So does need to keep himself safe. Overall, I like the build from Aluka a lot because it forces Rookie to be the one that deals with the Scion, and that's a horrible situation that your assassin is trying to take out a tank, because the persistent damage just isn't going to be there from Kid at the moment. He is going for a very good persistent damage build with that Blade of the Roaring King. Very low crit though, and that makes him not a tank buster whatsoever. So overall, really smart item builds coming out of the World Elite lineup, you feel, and they're trying to be matched by Invictus Gaming, but there just isn't enough gold available.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. There's just not quite the gold there. 7,000 gold ahead still. Aluka even committing to some split pushing now, able to do some decent wave clear. Already a Scion. Going to get a bit of extra help from the pickaxe there as well. So Tai, of course, still committing to split pushing. Now finally has a Spirit Visage, so quite a bit tanky now, but not quite at that 3-item stage yet.
Yeah, and you just feel as Hecarim, once you get the next pickup, which will be the Frozen Heart, with all the extra cooldown reduction that comes in, the more W's you can get off in the middle of the team fight, you just feel so much tankier. So he hasn't got the raw health that he might possibly need, but all those resistances are going to put him in a fantastic spot.
Yeah, pretty funny scuffle in the bottom side of the map as well. Rookie being very sneaky, moving around to Lucas, slow moving, very telegraph CC, but, you know, Scion just slaps in there with a shield, and actually just respectable damage at this point. So not even Rookie on this Fizz, who might want to split push, even with his Lich Bane, just can't crack the Scion.
Yeah, and it's because of the base stats. We spoke about it already, but Scion's 2 levels higher than the highest level on Invictus Gaming, so we'll be able to do a lot of work here as we see Zatai, once again, not a backward step, going to look to take it to him.
I mean, just can't do anything really. I mean, the Thornmail might do more damage to Zatai at this point, and we wonder why the game's been a little bit slow. That's probably it. The timer in the top left, Dragon back in a minute 50, and that is World Elite's 5th.
Yeah, exactly right. And World Elite, 2 games in a row. IG able to get the first one at 5 minutes, but since then it's been a complete shutout. They've really controlled the objectives around this map. They've done it through great vision. This game, they've done it through great tunnel placement by Spirit, being able to get wherever he wants to very quickly. And now that he's picked up the Thornmail, they're just forcing Rookie to be the one that wins this game, really challenging the mid laner from IG. No one else will do damage at this point.
I mean, if anyone can do it, though, it is a player like Rookie. We've seen some phenomenal games from him in the past. And Kakao and Spirit actually going to meet up here in the jungle. Rookie's off to the side there as well. Zatai even coming in for a potential flank, but Spirit's very tanky at this point, and IG pretty correctly back off there.
Ooh, and here we are. Zatai's actually picked himself up the makings of a Youmuu's Ghostblade, recognizing that he needs to be able to contribute to the damage and all the armor coming out, getting some flat penetration. But I don't know about it pastry time. I just think the Frozen Heart so much more important. Needs to get the cooldown reduction and needs to be that unkillable Hecarim. Not the Hecarim that runs in, does a lot of damage, but gets blown up.
No, I agree, but at least IG Sadai is channeling the spirit of his former top laner, P2D, who was infamous almost for Ghostblades, but World Elite navigating around this Dragon Pit so well. A ton of mobility with Thresh and Kassadin and the Rek'Sai as well, and they're just denying IG of wards and threatening to say, hey, the Dragon's going to be up in 25 seconds. Do you really want to fight us?
Yeah, and maybe the only thing that I can fault about WE at the moment is the fact that STYZ is going for the Infinity Edge. If a fish lands or he gets kicked into the team, he will die very quickly. And that is a lot of the overall damage that they're putting together. gone.
Oh, that's Kitty's getting grabbed up, though. Ninja just explodes him, and there's a free kill for World Elite. Kakao coming in very aggressive, though. He's quite tanky. Will safeguard off the Kid, but Ninja gonna dive in there as well. Down to the face of the mountains, and Kakao actually gets hooked again. UJ gonna get a second kill. Zatai now gonna get knocked up, and World Elite gonna just crash in here. Kid is doing a lot of damage, and Hecarim does get up, but 2 free kills gonna give World Elite their 5th dragon.
Yeah, exactly right, and that might even spell the game. What a fantastic catch. The denial of vision is what does it in the end. It doesn't even matter about the items. If you are that far out of position and they have all of the CC they could want, they're going to be able to secure objectives. That's the dragon. They'll grab the Baron as well because there's still 20 seconds on Kakao. And WE look like a completely new team.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I don't know what happened between today and yesterday, but this team just looks unbelievable right now. And it's funny that we talk about a team that's had so many classic rivalry but for so long in the Chinese scene. World Elite today going to get the victory like they used to, but Rookie going to dive back in, gets knocked up though, forced to use the Zonia's. Baron is low, but World Elite going to turn out the Rookie, just destroy him there with Ninja. Now Kid getting a dove, but an amazing Zonia's there from Cassidy, dodges enough damage. The tie will go down there, but he does get the kill into Cassidy, but World Elite still going to get this kill. Kid is kiting as hard as he can. Corki secures the Baron. Kid cannot do anything about the Scion, and there's another 2 kills and the Baron.
Yeah, exactly right, and that was really well played from Rookie. He actually flashed halfway through his hop to try and get even further on top of STYZ, but all the answers are there. The fully charged up Scion knock-up, able to get all of the peel you could want from UJ, and overall, every player from World Elite has stepped up simultaneously. I think that's why they look so much more impressive, because this isn't one person going off. This is a consistent team effort.
And that's the great thing about the LPL. We're halfway through the split now. This is the first game of the second half of the LPL, if you want to think about it that way. The first rimmer to Luca. He has a frozen mallet.
Yeah, he is absolutely unkillable, and you can't get away from him. And he's just going to probably chase you to the end of the year.
I mean, literally, in fact, there as well. We talk about Simon being a CC bot. Fromo is a great item as far as continually CCing someone is. We saw Kid couldn't get away from him before. Now he definitely can't get away.
Yeah, and it actually isn't gold efficient, Frozen Mallet, until you take in the passive, which you can't put a gold value on, because considering already the amount of CC that comes out of Scion, being able to continually slow on auto attacks. Remember, that's the difference between this and Rylai's and why it's so much more, I guess, a weird stat base, because auto attacks come out so much more frequently. They're not a skill shot. He's going to be able to tie up anyone he wants very effectively.
Yeah, and we see World Elite just plowing through turrets now. Still got some time left on that 5th dragon buff as well. Cassidy has 4 items now as well. Ninja's done with his death cap. World Elite are unbelievably far ahead right now. 10,000 gold ahead, and it is all but for the paperwork here at this point.
Yeah, exactly right. And that is a 350 AD Corki going to be able to use that Sheen and Bloodthirster to take out the turrets, even getting some minions dragged across to him so he can lifesteal back up. Good guy Ninja there. STYZ now full health. Scion can take the turret forever.
Yeah, he can. He actually is there, and the tower just melts there between the Baron and Dragon buffs. Here, World Elite break the base. Luca goes in very aggressive. He's on out of control tanky. Kitties gets grabbed by UJ, and there's an easy kill for Ninja.
Yeah, and the second catch out of UJ to really secure the end of this game. I think it was all done but a formality, but fantastic play coming out of the support player at the last. And once again, they can take up this turret with their huge Scion, take it out easy.
Luca hilariously tanky at this point in the game, just space checking everything without a care in the world. Another inhib goes down. IG have got not a whole lot left to hold on to, but Luca's somehow getting Kakao diving in and diving out. Very cheeky, and World Elite will back off for now.
Yeah, but Kakao can't even scratch him at this point. It's just so hard to deal with a Scion that gets ahead in that regard. And as I said, if they fall behind at any point, it's going to be hard, but any team will not lack damage if you are 14,000 gold ahead.
No, and the Giants belt done there for a Luca as well. That Warmog's pretty much seals the end of IG ever having a hope of killing him.
Yeah, exactly right. He's just absolutely massive. And on the side, Spirit, he's a 6-item jungler as well, 43 minutes into the game. He's just so huge. And what more can you say about this game? Such an impressive showing from World Elite.
Yeah, I mean, impressive across the board. Everyone is doing their role correctly. The drafting's been great for World Elite. Their execution of the drafts and comps they picked has been fantastic. They pick their windows, they pick their spots, they rotate well, they control objectives. Who is this World Elite?
Yeah, exactly right. And where have they been for the first half? As I said, they were very impressive coming through the preseason on the back of mainly STYZ, but this is completely different. This is a consistent team effort, not relying on Spirit to go crazy. Ninja really stepping up in this series and taking it to Rookie. I think that's what's impressed me the most. But overall, they just played fantastic. And now the final team fight might have started.
Yeah, Spirit in there, tanking up a lot of damage there. Does tunnel his way out on Luca. Now going to run in. Ninja onto the tie, chunking out the hack room. Great knock up there, and that's going to be the first kills of the tie. Cannot ult out of that. And Luca just chasing Kid. There's nothing else you can do. Pops his ulti. Luca moves in. Ninja going to dive in. Kid is forced to use his ultimate. World Elite get a kill, and that's all they need.
Yeah, and you saw how much they had to expend to get away from the Scion as well as the Cassidy. They have zero cares in the world. They're going to be able to get through this last outer turret, pushing on the last inhibitor, and Lee Sin kick of Cassidy into the fountain, maybe?
I mean, World Elite are going to have to make some pretty egregious errors here at this point to lose the game. They're going to do it tutorial style here, in style against Invictus Gaming. And we wondered, who are the two true carries of World Elite? When will they rise? Today has been their day. They break the base. It's in tatters, and Invictus Gaming going to lose another match to Invictus Gaming. An old rivalry with new teams, but it's back here.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can take solace from today, Pastry Time, is the next game I didn't know who was going to win, so I can't expect an upset. But so far, 0-6 in upsets. What a day, and World Elite, they're 2-0.
2-0, full 3 points against old rivals Invictus Gaming, and again, a lot of new faces, but IG do not look pleased.
Yeah, they don't look happy, and you can tell why. It looked like they had some sloppy play throughout the early game and just couldn't pull it together in a mid-game. They looked so good the last time we saw them play, really playing as a cohesive unit, but that is a completely different look out of IG.
And it's a completely different look from World Elite, an unbelievable 2-0. Two different comps, two different threats. Ninja and STYZ were, at least Ninja was, required to play two different styles, and they pulled them off for the plum both times.
Yeah, and the team comps were very different. One poke-heavy comp where they didn't want to engage. The next one, very brawl-heavy, very scrappy. Get the Scion and the Rek'Sai in there and really execute through team fights. And they played both comps very well.
They did. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Spirit for me feels like the best performing member so far of World Elite, and that's true in those series there as well. Does everything right, plays two different junglers, but we asked who's going to step up on World Elite, and Ninja and STYZ really delivered today.
Yeah, Ninja especially, going head-to-head with someone like Rookie, who's so impressive, especially on his comfort picks. He went back to the Fizz. He tore him apart the first week with it, wasn't able to get it done. Really good job from Ninja.
And another upset today. World Elite finally rise from the ashes and get a 2-0 victory, but we have one more match tonight. Don't go anywhere. Vici Gaming are taking on King.